The first thing worth saying is that at first you will need to consciously control your body language when you're around women. You simply won't be used to displaying completely relaxed, self-assured body language gestures, so you'll need to deliberately initiate them. After a while, though, you'll naturally start to adopt your new confident body language. It will become second nature to you, and you won't need to concentrate nearly as much on looking confident and attractive. So, on to point number 1. We need to fix your posture, if it needs fixing. Right now, as you sit there watching this video, I want you to relax your shoulders. Just release the slight tension you have in your shoulders at the moment. Let them drop. You probably didn't realize how much you subconsciously tensed your shoulder and back muscles. If nothing happened when you tried to relax them, then your posture is probably already so bad that you were too hunched forward to drop your shoulders anymore. Either way, once your shoulders are relaxed and dropped right to their lowest level, straighten your back so it's upright and roll your shoulders back a little. So, one more time. You drop your shoulders and relax them completely. You straighten your back, then you roll back your shoulders and push out your chest a little. This kind of posture is necessary when talking to and trying to attract women because it looks the most relaxed, calm, confident, healthy, and therefore attractive. To sort out the problem of nervous hands, first you need to attempt to relax. There are 2 main ways to relax when talking to women. The best is to learn lots of attraction-generating techniques that will naturally give you the confidence you need because they sort of do a lot of the work for you. They make the woman feel drawn to you and sexually interested in you. The other is to just breathe deep and put things in perspective. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? And unless you give her reason to think otherwise, the woman won't have a clue that you're feeling nervous or anxious. So hopefully you're able to lessen your nerves a little just with those 2 basic techniques. But specifically, what should you do with your hands? Well, remember to move them as you talk. Use them to add color to what you're saying. Don't wave them about frantically. Keep your hand movements fairly slow and very controlled. Make deliberate actions that cannot be confused as yet more examples of nervous energy spilling out into physical behavior. Don't put your hands in your pockets. Ever. Plain and simple. What's the point? What can you achieve with them in your pockets? Nothing. With your hands in your pockets, you're forced to take them out when you want to pick stuff up. You look like you don't dare have them out in the open. Keep them in sight. Don't fiddle or play with stuff unless you need to for some reason. Do not allow your anxiety to control what you do with your hands. If you don't need to pick something up or otherwise touch something, just keep them fairly still, except when gesturing while you talk. Next on our list are unhappy facial expressions, so let's wipe them off your face. Here are the key points to remember regarding facial expressions, particularly when you're in conversation with an attractive woman. 1. Facial expressions are usually produced in reaction to something that is said or done. As such, you need to make sure that the facial expressions you display while talking to a woman accurately match what you or she says or does. If she says something that's slightly funny, you smile a tiny bit. If she says something you find hilarious, you laugh and grin. You don't worry about it. You just do it. Your facial expressions reflect what is happening. They do not overcompensate or undercompensate. 2. Don't make too many facial expressions. Lots of guys do this because they want the woman to really think they're interested and engaged in the conversation. You don't want to look this way. You don't want the woman to think that you're desperate to show her how great it is to talk to her. It's okay. It's normal. Keep your facial expressions natural and relaxed. They're flexible and easy. 3. Remember the importance of smiling. There are about 50 different kinds of smiles. You need to use at least 7 when talking to a woman if you want to attract her. Go to blackbeltseduction.com for more info on this. But remember that you can say a lot by just smiling. Very slowly creating a smile is the best way to make a woman smile. Don't create the smile instantly. Wait a moment. Don't say a word. Let the smile start at the corners of your mouth and slowly grow. Make the smile grow over the course of about 4 seconds, no less. This kind of smile is a sort of, okay, you're winning me over smile, as opposed to a, I'll smile at you as much as you want, just ask kind of smile, which is unattractive and all too common. Okay, let's speed things up a little bit. There's only so much we can cover in one video. Let's go through a list of other examples of attractive body language which you can adopt the next time you're out talking to a woman. Let's start with your standing position. When you're standing talking to a woman, you need to strike a balance between moving around on your feet and standing still. You don't want to stand completely still for 5 minutes straight, and you definitely don't want to be shuffling your feet and walking circles around the woman while you chatter. Very basically, you need to stand with your feet planted about shoulder width apart. Direct your feet so that your toes point out at slight angles. Now you can keep your shoulders relaxed and rolled back slightly. Put your chest out just a little bit and move your hands slowly as you talk, occasionally dropping them to your sides. Better yet, though, is to lean on something. This eliminates the hand problem altogether. Leaning on stuff is a ridiculously good way to look completely relaxed. Check out some footage of James Dean on YouTube to see what I mean. When you casually lean on something, you give out the following message: I am so relaxed and comfortable in my surroundings that I can use part of the environment to support my sexy body. I'm just kidding. But you see what I mean. You clearly don't feel self-conscious when you lean your elbow on something. Now, you need to be careful not to look bored or like you're overcompensating when you lean. You don't want to look like you're trying to be a cool dude, and you don't want to look like you're about to slide down the wall and have a nap on the floor either. If you can lean, then do lean. If you can't, then plant your feet, roll your shoulders, keep them relaxed, use your hands, and every now and then change where you're standing. Walk around the woman so that you both change which way you're facing. Take it further, guide her over to some seats and relax on them. You are in control, remember that. And that is what women find most attractive: effortless, egoless control. To get our free crash course on how to meet, attract, and seduce women fast, go to blackbeltseduction.com. It'll make you become way more attractive to every woman. The black belt level techniques have to be read, heard, seen, and tried to be believed. They're extremely powerful. Go to blackbeltseduction.com right now for your next free lessons. They aren't available anywhere else.